Girl Shakisha. Story time. I just died a little bit. So, I guess I want to tell you like about myself. This guy named Michael. So he was a really nice dude. I winded up meeting him at school. He was a really nice guy. He was really cool, and I really figured we'd become friends, really cool friends. So we talked on Snapchat for a while. Like I was like, hey, what you doing? What's up? You know.
Love memes. Memes are my thing. Love them.
So meme god. So, I was like one day I was like, hey, yo, let's hang out. You know, like let's go and walk around the neighborhood because he lived in my neighborhood. And I was like, he was like, okay, let's do it. I'm walking to your house now. So I walk up my house, I see him there, and we go walking. So I hear the ice cream truck, ring a ding 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 do do. That's not the ice cream truck song, but I really love that song. So I hear it and I'm like, yo, let's go get some ice cream, you know? And we're just having a really good time, like I must admit. But after we got the ice cream, he like, you know, started like nudging on me, and I was like, what? What are you doing? And I was like, no, like we're real as friends. I was like, and even we would become more than friends, you know.
We don't. I always slow mo that. But I was like, we gotta slow down.
So he was like, why don't you kiss me? I'm like, why don't you shut up for 5 minutes because that's gross. So he got really frustrated, I assume, and I didn't realize it. And so we were walking and he was like, you know, my house is over here, right? And I was like, okay, let's go see your house. I was like, I wouldn't mind, you know, like you see my house, I'll see your house, you know? So he's like, it's right around the corner. So it's a street and then there's a turn. So there's like, you know, like a thing that goes like this. So I was like, okay. So I take a right and he's like standing and I'm like, maybe he's trying to like Marco Polo it around. He's like, just keep going, just keep going. So my dumb self, I continue to walk. And so I don't know this neighborhood well because I guess I just moved here in my opinion. So I was going down the street and I come back and I'm like, yo, like Michael, where are you at? And he was just gone. I was like, where did you go? Like I'm looking around, I'm like, where did you go? Like I don't know where you're at. So I tried to get on my phone and my phone was actually dead. And so I don't know my way around this neighborhood. So I was trying to make my phone come on magically, like you know how you try to click the button just to see if it'll turn on. Hope to God it will. But it wound up not turning on, sadly. So I had to find my way home. I think it took me like an hour. And I was like walking around. I was trying to figure out like how I seen this tree. I don't know. All the trees look the same. So I looked at the signs and I was like, okay, alright. And I winded up figuring out after a really, really, really long time of exhaustion where I lived. So I get home and I don't tell my nanny about the situation because I was super embarrassed. I was like, I just got ditched. Like this is horrible. So I charged my phone up and I'm finally like, I'm just laying in my bed. And so I Snapchat him and I'm like,
You are the worst guy ever. How can you do that to someone? You know, like we're friends.
and he's like, I don't think this is gonna work out and everything. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. He's like, you're not gonna do anything, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's just because I won't kiss you. He's like, yeah, like, you're just not my type. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I don't understand why we couldn't have been friends. Like, that's the thing I wanted to be, but all right, dude. So he winds up actually hitting on my friend Abby like a week later. And my friend, oh, I have to leave that out. You know what? It's fine. My friend, she has a baby. Well, my used to be friend. She has a baby. And so he was like,
I could be your baby daddy and everything. So he's very ridiculous.
So I wind up blocking him after a while, and then he cheated on another one of my friends. So you see a pattern here. But that is the time I was stupidly trapped into getting ditched in the neighborhood. I did not know whatsoever. I know it now, like I can walk around and I can figure it out. But at the time I was like, what is this? This is a maze. But hopefully next time I'll know better. And if you ever go out with someone or walking, always have your phone charged. And never forget, just charge your phone, okay? Just charge it. But this is story time with Misha Keisha, and actually I feel really comfortable with my YouTube videos now. Like this took at least 10 times because I didn't know what I wanted to do. That was really fun story. So that was the time I got ditched.